Whilst growing up in London in the 80s, I'd get on the train and I'd crane my neck trying to look out the windows at the colours that I saw on the walls. I didn't really understand what they were. They just looked bright and colourful in comparison to the normal brick, boring walls. It was only a few years later, in about 1989, that I realised that it was graffiti and that it was people leaving their names. I painted my first wall piece in about 1993. It was absolutely terrible, which made me want to go back and do more, something I haven't really stopped. The longest period of time that I've stopped painting has been in the last 10 weeks with the COVID lockdown. One of the most important things about being an artist is having ideas and having the confidence to explore those ideas. Something I've found is part of graffiti. Sometimes it's popular, sometimes it's not, but it does help my creativity to constantly try new things. Working hard is really important as an artist. Putting in the effort, taking your time and trying to create something great is what it's all about. Life is generally quite boring and we're bombarded with adverts. I think it's important to add a bit of colour to the community, something that I can do. Collaboration's been a massive part of being an artist for me. I love working with other artists, using their ideas, getting them to work with my ideas, coming up with a new concept as a team and seeing if you can get that to happen. Hip hop culture is always about battling and sharing ideas, and that's really important to me. Paying your council tax as an artist is complicated. Finding something else that you can do, whether or not it's teaching or working in the community on commissions, is really important. It's the thing that keeps the wolf from the door. Be confident if you're looking at working in the community. You've got skills that you can share. I definitely know how to use a spray can and can achieve quite a lot with it, but I still learn every day and I can take those skills into workshops, and often I'm taught things by the kids, new ideas, new things. It's brilliant. Best part of being an artist. Recently I've been making sets for Derby Theatre. This is something I've never done before and I've actually enjoyed it the most. I've worked on 2 of their productions recently, including The Jungle Book, where I made a snake, and Treasure Island, where I made a pirate ship. It was totally out of my comfort zone, but the thing I've got most from it is that it pushed my creativity. I really love those projects. I'm really looking forward to trying to carry on doing that sort of work. I'm lucky enough to have been able to exhibit all over the country, and have exhibited in London, Bristol, Birmingham, Manchester, Nottingham, Derby. I'm proud of those achievements. It's just something that I feel I have to do. I'm not your average artist, though. I can't just create. I do spend a lot of time thinking about what I do. So when I do go into the studio, I know exactly how I'm going to go about it. That often means I change my ideas quite a lot, but that's part of the process. There's nothing wrong with being creative. Be as mad as you want. Sometimes it's better to make a mistake than it is to really try and perfect something. COVID's really shown me that sometimes you just don't need to create for the sake of it. It's just not worth it. One of the hardest things to do is get an exhibition as an artist. Often you're either considered too young or you're considered too old. There's a really strange middle ground in the middle, but you've got to persevere. Keeping relationships with galleries positive is really important, but never let a gallery take advantage. They will if they can, and I've definitely had some bad experiences with that. It's your responsibility to promote your own work, but also to keep it at a value that you supporting your local art stores is really important. Not only can it keep the art store open and get you the specific equipment that you require because you've got a good relationship with them, but also it generates work. And I actually often work at the spray paint store in Nottingham for those guys, just because I've got a great relationship with them. It means I've met most of the community and I've been able to work with most people that use the art store. Something can only be as good as the people that take part in it. It's your responsibility to create your own platform. People have been doing that for hundreds of years. Aubrey Beardsley invented the Yellow Book to promote his own work, and it worked for him, and people still talk about him 150 years later nearly. Create your own platforms, make some noise, get yourself recognised, don't wait for it to come to you.